Following your career, I've been reading you since I was a teenager. I've noticed that your attention has turned somewhat from focusing on trying to prevent a nuclear holocaust to more preventing a climate catastrophe. And I wondered if you'd comment on what's led to that shift in priorities.
Change of understanding. I remember very well in the early 70s, two friends of mine, personal friends, one who happened to be head of earth sciences at Harvard, the other was head of meteorology at MIT. Around the same time, they both started talking privately about new information that was coming out that suggested that we're heading towards some real problems. Over the years, that's become clearer and clearer. By now, it should be evident to a rational person that we're at the edge of a cliff. We're in a unique moment in the history of the human species. We're on the edge of a cliff in which we could not totally destroy ourselves, but destroy the possibility of a decent existence. And there's not a lot of time to make that decision. That's become more and more evident.
I try to take a sort of systems perspective along the veins of Barry Commoner, an ecological perspective. And you might see Bill McKibben espousing now, or Wendell Berry, from a more literary standpoint. And making that connection between foreign policy, maybe, or our militarism and how we're treating the environment.
Military is one of the major polluters.
Right, it's the biggest consumer of petroleum products for our country, of course. Do you sort of share that perspective? You try to bring in the way environmental issues connect to everything else? I often find that people separate the environment. It's like, we have civilization here, and we use the environment for resources.
Can't separate. I mean, Barry Commoner was kind of disregarded and even sometimes derided, but he was prophetic. He was right on target. And could argue this in that detail, but the basic thrust was correct. Yes, these are all interconnected. There isn't going to be anything serious done on climate change unless the richest and most powerful state in the world, namely us, takes the lead on it. And in fact, we're taking the lead backwards. The United States is the only one of maybe 100 relevant countries that doesn't even have a national program on the restriction of carbon dioxide and national standards on sustainable energy, and we're not doing very much. The reason is that it's a business-run society. There's a huge corporate offensive, first of all, to deny climate change. Secondly, if they accept it, say it's not anthropogenic, it's not human-based, and to prevent any action on it. And they're powerful. I mean, it's gone to the extent that ALEC, the corporate group, writes legislation for states that have enough clout so they get accepted, is actually initiating what they call an educational program for states, K-12 children, in which is presented as critical thinking. Means if a sixth grader learns something about climate change, they also have to have a section on climate change denial. That's critical thinking for sixth graders. Wow. And the idea is to try to drive the population to total irrationality so that corporations can make more profit tomorrow, even if they doom the planet for the next generation. To a very substantial extent, a business-run society, much more than way beyond the norm. And that's effective on how policy is designed to maximize dangers. So these things are all totally interconnected.